Hi, today I have here for you some scent selections, some spring scent selections, just to welcome the warm months that are quickly approaching. I know spring has officially arrived, but it's still quite cold in parts of North America, but here in Europe, it's starting to warm up a little, so I've prepared a little selection for you. Um, I have here, let's see, 4 perfumes and 2 body lotion creams because I know some people do prefer wearing creams instead of perfume. Um, and I think that's it. Yeah. So let's start with my first perfume, which is L'Artisan Parfumeur's Seville à l'Aube. This is a absolutely gorgeous scent. It's based on the perfume reviewer Denise Beaulieu and her toured romance in Seville during Holy Week or Semana Santa. And it's composed by, of course, the perfume master Bertrand Duchefort. And oh gosh, this is gorgeous. It really is Seville in Holy Week. It starts off with the smell of very bitter petit grain, which is the leaves and stems of the orange blossom tree. And then it starts to bring in this really sumptuous orange blossom. And that just transports you into the heart of Seville, where these orange trees are rampant, and you really do feel like you're there. But the most interesting aspect of this composition is that it doesn't stay incredibly floral. In fact, I wouldn't consider it to be a floral. It's an incredibly airy fragrance, but there's a facet that is so unique to it, which is that of the incense, and there's almost an ashy lavender in play. And this really makes it seem like you're in Holy Week because you have the orange blossoms, you have the smell of the lavender cologne from all the people around you, and you have the smell of this honeyed incense and ash. And it really feels like you're in Holy Week. But it is still essential, but I wouldn't call it a dirty fragrance. I wouldn't call it a dark fragrance. No, it's a kind of fragrance you'd wear outside. It feels like you're outside. It feels diluted. It feels like there is a bit of air flowing as you wear this fragrance. And because of that, it manages to make the scent quite casual, but also quite sophisticated, that you can wear in very, in dinners and in at balls, whatever. It's a very interesting fragrance. It's a fragrance that you can enjoy for yourself, and it's quite unique. I don't think you'll find many people out there who will smell like this. The great thing about this fragrance, I think, that is that it gets even better as the temperatures rise. So I think actually that this is a great fragrance for late spring or summertime. You can wear it now. I wear it now. But I think it will really become incredibly sumptuous as the temperatures rise. This is a great afternoon, evening scent, nighttime scent, early morning scent. It's an all-day scent. I love it. And the great thing is the scent lasts forever. You put it on in the morning and you'll be just smelling yourself intermittently throughout the day, and you'll be smelling great. So moving on, the next scent is also by L'Artisan Parfumeur. It's called Mimosa pour moi. I don't have it here with me right now, but it's one of my favorite scents. It is the opposite of Seville à l'Aube. As complex as Seville à l'Aube was, Mimosa pour moi is incredibly simple. It's an incredibly minimal scent. It's the smell of mimosas, and purely mimosas, I'd say, and it does not last long. For me, it lasts about 30 minutes. I know, it's quite sad. I'd hope it would last a bit longer, but I can't smell it on me after that. It's a smell of a giant bouquet of mimosas that have been placed in a vase in your living room, and you're entering through the other rooms and you just smell it wafting around you. It's also smell of not just the mimosa blossoms. It's a smell of the leaves. It's a smell of the actual tree itself, I think. It's quite airy as well. And it starts off with the scent of fresh cucumbers and watery in that sense. And then you get the smell, slowly get this, the floral scent of mimosas coming in, which I kind of think of as honeyed, milky almonds. And it's quite delicious. I love it. The great thing about mimosa is the mimosa flower is that you can almost smell the gritty pollen of the flower. You can almost smell the texture of mimosa. And Mimosa pour moi truly captures that. You get to smell the entire flower, all the bits of the tree and the leaves and everything. And I think it's a true representation of mimosa. It's probably a very expensive bouquet of mimosa, but it is a bouquet of mimosa. And I think no spring is complete without a little bit of mimosa. So I would definitely recommend that scent. Now next is a scent that I've spoken of before. It's L'Occitane's Fleur d'Or and Acacia. This is it's a very clean, glittery scent. It really has that gold shimmer that the name implies, Fleur d'Or. And even though it's supposed to represent mimosa, I think it does represent the acacia aspect a lot better. I don't get that powderiness of mimosa. I don't get that honeyed aspect of mimosa at all. This is a very sweet flower in Fleur d'Or and Acacia, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a great scent, especially for early spring when the weather is cooler. I think it's a cold scent. There's something that's ephemerally cold about the scent. I really like it. It makes me feel eternally uplifted. I love wearing it, especially out of the shower. It's just a gorgeous, pretty scent, and I would recommend that you smell it if you haven't gone to smell it yet. Now the next scent is the new Jo Malone limited edition series. It's the London Rain. I don't actually have the bottle, but it's white jasmine and mint. Now I think this is a gorgeous scent. Not everyone, I'll warn you, not everyone might like it because it is actually very, very minty. It's an incredibly herbal scent. Even though it's called white jasmine and mint, there's very little white jasmine that jumps out at you. I wouldn't consider it to be a white floral scent at all. No, it's very green when you put it on. You get that blast of the mint, and I usually don't like that, but in this case, I think it works. It makes me feel like I am in my garden in the spring, in the summer, and it's a white slip of a perfume, and you're out there, out in the garden, and then as the time passes, you slowly step out through the gate, and now you're in the woodland, on the woodland road again. And I think it's great because it slowly starts to transform from that incredibly juicy mint smell to that of a subdued mossy scent. And you'll still get that trail of mint for the entirety of your sojourn with this fragrance, but I think it's great. It's a great herbal summer scent. I love that about the warmer months. You get to experience, not just the flowers, but also the other parts of the garden. And I think Jo Malone does it quite well. Definitely worth a smell first. I know not everyone will like it because of the mint. And then finally, let's move on to the body lotions. I have here Roger and Gallet's Fleur de Figuer. As you can see, it's nearly empty. This is a great body lotion. I love the scent of fig, but this is actually not your typical fig. It is more of a floral scent, just like its name implies. I don't actually know what fig flowers smell like, but this is a lot sweeter than your average fig fragrance, and it doesn't have the powdery dustiness that I do enjoy in my fig fragrance. It doesn't have that bark, that twiggy bark leafy aspect of the fig either, but it does still have that milkiness of the fig. So it's maybe it's an incredibly ripe fig. Um, whatever the case, it's a wonderful body lotion, and it is incredibly moisturizing. It lasts a long time, actually, and you actually do smell like that for a while, so I'd recommend it. I like Roger and Gallet's lotions, so go and seek this one out. They also have it in, I believe it's the Eau de Toilette. I think I prefer the lotion to the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette was a little sharper. Anyway, now moving on to my favorite body lotion at the moment. Ta-da! This is the L'Occitane's Almond Milk Concentrate, firming and smoothing. I don't know if it actually firms and smooths, but it's a great body lotion. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous bottle too. Look at that. It's a great body lotion. It's incredibly moisturizing, and it's got the most comforting smell ever. It's an almond milk smell, and I've been wary about the scent of almonds before, but no, this is incredibly nice. It's not sickening at all. It in fact makes you feel incredibly clean, but not at all, like a big sanitized, boring, sharp, watery, clean smell. No, this is a great clean smell. I really love it, and it makes you feel warm and cuddly, and it transports you to the most clean of houses. It makes you feel like you're back at home with these great clean linen sheets. And yeah, that's of course if your house is in the south of France, because that's where this scent will take you. It's a bit pricey, but I think it's definitely worth it. So save your pennies and go and treat yourself to some L'Occitane's firming and smoothing milk concentrate with almond milk. Anyway, so that's it. Those are my fragrant recommendations for the coming season, the coming spring season. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found that useful. And until next time, this is the Petrichor.